Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this awesome Land Rover Defender first edition. This is the 110 model, so you'll see the 110 and the 90. The 90 is a shorter wheelbase two-door version. The 110 is a longer wheelbase, a four-door version, which is probably a little bit more practical for people. Man, I'm a big fan of the Defender. The Defender was a cool product. The Land Rover first offered for a long time, but the last time we had one in the United States was in the 90s. And I think what happened is that we passed a law in the United States that all vehicles must have airbags, and Land Rover wasn't selling enough Defenders in the US market to warrant retrofitting airbags. So they just discontinued importing them to the United States, and instantly anyone that did own Defenders were rewarded with a great increase in values. It was pretty crazy. If you looked at some of the older Defenders, you used to be able to buy them for 30, 40, 50,000, and quickly, they were 80, 90,000 and more for really nice versions of them. But luckily Land Rover has brought the Defender back for the 2020 model year. This first edition is one of the first ones, hence the name First Edition. And man, what an awesome vehicle. At first, when I saw this on paper, I'm like, well, maybe it's just a Land Rover Discovery or one of their products that's kind of had Defender badges on it, but it's not the real deal. But actually, after getting inside this one, we had one before, this is our second one, I realized that this thing is a real deal. It is built in the same spirit as the original Defender. It is kind of luxurious, but first and foremost, this is more of a utilitarian off-road vehicle. This thing is designed to do some serious off-roading. It's almost like a British luxury version of a Jeep Wrangler. So maybe if you like the idea of a Wrangler, but you want something a little bit more refined, a little bit more luxurious, this is definitely something to check out. Really nice upscale interior, perforated seats. You can tell this is a very durable material designed, to encounter mud, dirt, and stuff like that. Stain repellent. You can see the floors are not carpeted; they are rubber. Lots of storage. But look at this! You even have a little refrigerator too. That's a nice feature. Wireless charger. Lots of USB connectivity. I love all the different storage they have throughout the vehicle. Very well thought out. You have USB ports all over the place. Adjustable air suspension. This has a great terrain management system. It has great parking cameras. You have an on-road camera. You have an off-road camera, and then you also have a towing camera. The big panoramic roof with a sunshade, and it also opens as well. And then I also like how they have those skylights in the back. We've seen those before in like the older versions of the Discovery. Look at this rearview mirror. It has a rearview mirror camera, so you have a complete unobstructed view behind you. Sometimes with the headrest and the spare tire back there, it can be hard to see what's going on, but here it's completely unobstructed universal garage door opener. This has an 8-speed automatic transmission. Only transmission available. Nice leather wrapped steering wheel, it's heated, you have heated front seats. Big digital gauge cluster. Memory seats. Very comfortable and supportive interior. The exterior styling is really cool. Definitely highly inspired by the previous generation Defender, which is kind of an iconic off-road vehicle for sure. So it's good that they did that. Lots of interior space back here. I'm 6'2". I had that front seat adjusted for my height. I have plenty of space back here. More USB ports. Here I think you can have accessories like a coat rack or some other accessories that pop in there. More USB connectivity. All sorts of stuff. Like the exposed screws, and they did a really nice job with the interior. The fit and finish is superb, as you'd expect on something like this. I like how they have the spare tire mounted on the outside, freeing up interior space. I like how the tailgate opens sideways as well. Sometimes when they open upwards, it can be difficult with a garage because the tailgate can hit the top of the garage, so having it open sideways is nice. A little bit of storage in there. some like plastic grocery hooks. Here they give you a 110 AC outlet like you'd find in your house. Rubber mat. A little bit more storage in there as well as the jack. They have a cargo area cover. And this is a cool feature. I'm not exactly sure why they do this, but you can actually adjust the air suspension with these buttons, so you can actually control the height of the rear air suspension. I don't know, maybe it might make it easier to unload or load stuff in here, altering the suspension height. I'm not exactly sure why they did that, but it's kind of a cool feature. I'm sure it has an important, there's a very important reasoning behind it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have went to the trouble to doing that. You have a tow hitch. Like the curves and contours of the body. Very reminiscent of the Defenders of past. I also really like this color combination. I don't know if I'd like this like on a sports car or a luxury car, but I think it works really well for the type of vehicle this is. The front end styling is really cool. The way it's styled, it almost reminds me of a concept vehicle. It doesn't really look like a production vehicle to me. It almost looks like a concept vehicle, just the way the lights and all the body contours are done. They really did an awesome job on this thing. You'll certainly feel special owning this thing. You'll get lots of looks and compliments wherever you go. There are 2 engines available. This has the larger engine. You have a 4-cylinder, which is the entry-level engine. It's about 300 horsepower. This has the 3-liter V6. It's turbocharged and supercharged. And it also features a light, I think it's a 48-volt hybrid system. So you get a combined output of close to 400 horsepower. And that's all run through an 8-speed automatic transmission. So 400 horsepower, you should have enough grunt for driving around town, going off-road, towing, and really one awesome vehicle. We have complimentary shipping to pretty much anywhere in Washington and Oregon. If you live a bit further away, we can't do complimentary shipping, but we can pretty much arrange shipping just about anywhere in the US. We work with lots of transportation and logistics companies, so we can get very competitive shipping rates. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Really cool Defender, first edition. Come in, check it out. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon.